everyone. Today I was highly pulled towards and reading. I did probably a month ago or something like that, and I did it for one of my German channels. And today I was very, let's say, I was haunted by that reading again while I was outside walking with my dog, and I got all of the kind of information, the same information I received back then, but I heard it in English, and as you can probably tell, this is not my birth language. So I will try my best to bring this information out into the collective, out to you. So this is the reading I made. I made it with 2 different decks. I really like that. Was the back of the card was giving me some kind of information about the energies, and I perceived it very as an destructive co-creative nature. And this card is showing me, or let's say, is very destructive based. It talks to me about pain and pain related co-creation, manifestations based on pain, based on trauma, based on survival mode, on not being able to express yourself freely, on energies that aren't able to flow, on stagnation, transcendence, having the feeling like you're becoming translucent. That's just a temporary condition based on the light body process, and is very necessary, because if you come in this stage of becoming more translucent, all kind of structure that is within you will come forward, will become more present and acknowledgeable, and you will feel it. It's not about you facing it. It's not about you seeing it in front of you. It talks to me about feeling it within yourself. So you can tell this woman has her eyes closed, and with the wings next to her eyes, it talks to me about seeing within from a higher perspective. Looking within for the answers. And maybe you see it, she's very translucent, and behind her there is this structure, like an old structure that was built many years ago, and it's in the background but it's showing itself through her. This card also speaks to me about freedom and facing a divine communication, facing a divine contact you're maybe afraid to face. These are some cards. I didn't pull them. I was shuffling till they fall out from different decks I used. This card, it says, whatever you choose will be correct. And you see all of the keys. This also speaks to me about a lot of possibilities, of endless possibilities. And it speaks also of a path, your journey, and your experiences that are based on the choices you made, or will make, or are making. And based on your choices, you can experience hard situations or not so hard. Because as you probably experienced, this big transition and change that is occurring can also be expressed through your body. Because the body is also changing. There are new light codes being integrated by the sun through you that are very much needed to be anchored into the earth to initiate this very big change. And these are very ancient light codes from the galactics, from the cosmos. These are new frequencies. They will initiate a change on a cellular level and within your DNA, within your code. It's about the mastery of your light body. And based on the choices you make, you will face different consequences. But it doesn't matter which path you choose. At the end, they will all come together to the same. Because there is only this push upwards. This push upwards, more into the feminine energies, a regulation of masculine energies that are dominating on this planet. But it's not a natural harmonious masculine energy. It's a very destructive masculine energy that is showing itself through the system that got installed here on this planet. And with this key, it also speaks to me about freedom. Freeing yourself from all these compromising energies, all these artificial realities, all of these realities based on fear, based on trauma, based on survival mode. They are all getting purged through the activations from the sun and the central sun. This is pure divine masculine energy. This card is also speaking to me. It's in German. It's says Genesung. This means recovery. As you can tell, we have here two cards who are speaking to me about the recovery. And also we have here leadership on this card. Both individuals are sitting in this pose with their legs overcrossed, which is showing me the synchronization of the feminine and the masculine based on the consciousness, on the pure consciousness, on the flow, energy flow. We have here the Queen of Water and the King of Water. And it shows also the balance that will come in through hormones. But I will get into this topic later when I talked more about the reading itself. This card says Versöhnung. This means reconciliation. To me, this is about the reconciliation of a balanced female energy and balanced male energy. But I'm not talking about a physical person. This can manifest later, but you need to have both energies within yourself first. It won't manifest otherwise. It's not possible. We are having so strong activations. The energies are higher and getting higher by the days. Manifestations are occurring so fast without you even being conscious of them. Therefore, it's so important to know yourself, to know what kind of structures are directing you, what kind of emotions are connected to your thoughts and to your beliefs. Because what you believe will manifest itself. And if you believe things based on your experience you made in the past, you are compromising yourself by doing that. You're limiting your possibilities. This is not your true self. And it's not your true self speaking to you in bad language in case of you are unworthy, you are stupid, you are not loved. Yourself, your true self would never say something like that to you. And it would never make you feel bad. This is more like an ego death card. And this card also shows to me so much clouds, what represent thoughts. And it's like you see this woman, she falls back, she leans back to the chest of the masculine energy. So she's leaning on him. It's like she can finally breathe again. She can finally express herself freely without being pulled down by an destructive energy. And if there is a situation outside of you, of your inner world, that is pulling you down, that is not making you express yourself freely, that is perceived like an how do I say this, self-sabotage, like self-sabotage, like blocking your way, like someone is blocking your way, keeping you stagnant. It's because you are having it within yourself, this energy form. This energy form is manifesting itself in many ways. It can manifest itself through a person, because you attract it to you based on an destructive feminine energy. It will, through the magnetic pull this other destructive masculine energy to you, so you can both experience this destructiveness. It's just for you to have this mirror effect. But I will go into this also later. I will start with the reading. Oh no, we have one card left. This card talks about your focus, and to put your focus onto what's the name of this word? I have to look it up again, I forgot it. It's serving, right. So this card speaks about putting a focus on serving. You maybe think now, but I'm not a servant, this is victim mentality and stuff like that. But it's about you serving a higher purpose on this planet by incarnating in this human form and then ascending and integrating all kinds of aspects and your soul essence more and more, and let that develop itself naturally, and being guided by these energies. This card also speaks about your soul, and that your soul's greatest wish is to serve an ecstatic, to serve a constant flow of ecstatic joy, and also the possibility for you to swim in this flow of consciousness. And it speaks about giving and receiving. And this giving and receiving energy, this stream of giving and receiving, are these two energies of the Queen of Water and the King of Water. The creative energy and the creation. By two balanced poles, aspects, how you want to call it. So, with this card I perceived a very destructive masculine energy. A construct, a structure that is melting down because of the movement, because of the energy that is sent and transmitted through the people, through you. Because there's a grid, It's not allowing so much to come through. But I see it was necessary for these structures to become heavier, to get more substance, to manifest in all kinds of forms, to show the destructive nature, to show it is compromising you, to show you are not free, to show you the blockages, whatever it may be for you. You can use it for the collective, you can use it for you personally, because it's all connected. And everything that is showing itself in this time frame, let's say that, yes, time frame, it's more linear. It's just here for you to become aware of it. But don't focus on how it is compromising you, how bad this is. Focus on how it is serving you on your path, on your journey, on your self-discovery, on your heart chakra opening, on becoming your true essence, on shining your light, on raising your vibration. All kinds of these blockages or self-sabotagings, like programs within you, or it could also be an implant. But the thing is, even though some of this stuff was put onto you, you also gave permission for it to stay that way. And this is sometimes very hard to swallow, because you are the one who's choosing for it to stay that way. So it's very important for you to find your strength, but not by reacting on this kind of energy the way it is reacting to you. It is important to recognize this is not about beating these energies or manifestations of these energies. It's about receiving. It's about your feminine energies, your feminine aspects being led. You can see here there is a woman on this panda bear, and this is the polar bear. He's all in white. We have here black and white. So this is a card who is showing one pole, obviously North Pole, and it shows an energy of 0 point to me. Going back to 0 point, initiating a recalibration, and then we have this energy with both colors, black and white, feminine and masculine. And as you probably know, feminine energies are mostly showing in black, or is represented in a black color. It's not a color, okay? But I receive here, you're being guided, or you're being there is an energy it's like you're riding this energy. You're not going consciously, with the force. It's connected to this card. The woman riding the horse. That is just a symbol for an energy, for a divine energy. And this is like an harmonious energy. That will lead you during your path to your soul's essence. The experiences you make during this path, you may be not aware of this energy, but it's always with you. It's about growing during this path. And all the experiences are symbolic for these lamps. And with every step you make, you are enlightening these lamps, these lanterns. And you're creating these energies also for other people who are on their path, and leading them more and more towards the light, towards their soul essence. And this is not created by an feminine energy that is in a doing mode. She's passive. She's not walking by herself. She's just present. Her presence alone, and being present in the present moment with this high vibrational energy that is within her and surrounding her. This galactic, cosmic, higher self, soul aspect, sun aspect, frequency that is carrying her. Yeah, yes, this is the word I was looking for. You're being carried, even though you maybe aren't seeing this energy that was always present. And I can tell you, if this energy is already present and carrying you, it will soon be within you. Because when these kind of archetypal energies are around you, or you come in contact with them, it's because you will soon integrate them, or you are currently integrating them. You're getting activations from the sun, pure masculine energies. The sun is also manifestation. And enlightenment. And what it is showing when you are on this point of your path where your soul's aspect is getting so strong and your energy frequencies are rising, you're seeing through feeling how your thoughts and beliefs have manifested what is around you, how these energies created these realities, these experiences. And how you experienced connections you perceived as they weren't for your highest good, but they were just serving the purpose to come closer to your real connection to yourself. This card also speaks to me about this harvest, and it speaks also to me about this, not also your seeds that you have planted, but also these seeds that were planted many lifetimes ago by a third party, and how these strong activations from the sun that led to this manifestation of this harvest. And people are coming to realizations. They're coming to realizations about victimhood, about how they are actually not free, how they are a co-creator and willing participant of the system. And maybe this is also something that will start to show more and more. I'm getting when you sense that the food is getting bitter. This card is also showing me, because the eyes of this lynx has the same color as this sphere, so it's also showing me your distorted perception and experiences you have based on what they want you to have, to stay in this mode of fear. To stay in this mode of control. So these energies can be collected, because they're encapsulated. They're not able to have this state of free flow. They're not able to flow freely. And because what was happening, or what is happening back here in this state, as I said earlier, through the higher frequencies, this ice will melt. Because it will be led back to your consciousness. And this third party is not allowing this. So they're coming up with restrictions, trying to control the situation, because they don't want that chaos develops this new order. They want the system and these structures to stay that way, or to develop themselves through artificial events into a new form of artificial structures. They don't want this natural order to be installed, to create this free flow, to be anchored here on planet Earth. They don't want these balanced feminine and masculine energies here to come together. For the feminine to become receptive and magnetic, to be present in the moment and within herself. And this, I'm not speaking only for or two people who are the embodiment of only a divine feminine energy or something like that. You have these both energies within you, even though you're maybe just a woman or you're a man. You have both of them within you. And by creating an image of only being a divine feminine, of only being a divine masculine, you're also installing and also using this artificial structure and co-creating with these energies, because they want you to use their system, to use their program, their tools, also to use their artificial dimensions they created, this fake fourth dimension. So everything stays how they want it. Because when you believe you are in a higher dimension, you won't be starting a rebellion. But with going within, closing your eyes for the physical and looking within, seeing within, feeling, and also installing and recognizing the birth within yourself. These suppressed feminine energies will come back. They will break free towards this ice structure. Because it's like this very heavy, destructive masculine energy didn't allow for this balanced feminine energy to come to the surface. It was blocking her. But it's like, I perceive it in that way, like this woman that is represented here on this card. She goes within herself, and she's like channeling this masculine energy. And through the magnetic pull, this energy, because it's also receptive to her energy, it's like it will come for rescue. Because he has also the force of the sun within him. And he's melting down what is on the surface. And this may look like a lot of destruction, because we are identifying ourselves with all kind of structure, with all kind of things in situations. But they wouldn't be destroyed if they were your true self. This is the true self. This is not the true self. They can only benefit and stay in their power if they make you believe this is you and this is necessary. So this is why they are trying to control your mind, your emotions, your feelings, and let you stay in programs to recycle all kinds of memories and experiences, especially if there are emotions triggered by them. And with these two energies coming together, we have here again this synchronized energy through the pose, the crossing of the left and the right hemisphere, of the balance of masculine and feminine hormones within. It's like the sun is crashing artificial energies and some electrics. Maybe you are also experiencing disturbances with electronics. And you become this archetypal energy through a rebirth. Maybe you know the story about Ganesha. They chopped his head off. So he died. He transformed. So I see this like a card of transformation. It's about the light body process. It's about integrating these new harmonious energies. We see here 4 arms, 2 who are more receiving and 2 who are more in a pose of giving. And we see here the woman with the open eyes above the planet Earth. So it's a major awakening of a balanced feminine energy. Of a major realization. Of a realization that will completely change what you perceive as real. And with that, change reality. We have here the card of change. So we go from co-creation through lower energies, from movement, from the sun, from a flow through consciousness that is showing itself also in the physical body. Because these third parties, they like to manipulate the hormonal system. Because of this state of lack and this state of duality, there was a false artificial image created of the, let's call it, counterpart aspect. For a female, a false sense of masculine energies, and for a male, a false image and sense of feminine energies. And to balance this out, this lack or deficiency, artificial creations have been used to make a real balance, but the opposite was created. It created a very big distortion in a lot of manners. A false belief and sense for strength, and also for nurturing attributes or characteristics. And especially it was leaned towards external factors, physical factors. And here we have these eye-opening moments that are coming from the activations from the sun, and also because these activations from the sun are coming through you. And this card, 5 of Earth, is showing me the change that is on Earth, that will be naturally developing itself. Nature always has his way to remove obstacles. A stream doesn't need to climb the mountain. It will find another way, naturally. And it will always move forward, not staying in the past. It's present and moving forward. And if there is something blocking its way, it will move around it. It will find another way, or it will split and extend itself. Because with this card I also get, you are an extension of consciousness. And everything you created around you was based on what was inside of you. You reaped what you saw, but what you used for your plants was based on what was inside of you, based on what was swimming in your own sea. And here we have this development and growing state in progress, of course, but it is extending itself. And by being in this state, everything you need will come to you through this stream of consciousness. Because you are the stream of consciousness. You are an extension of it. What I also get, the key you were looking at outside of you was all the time within you, within your heart. But the experiences you make or made were necessary for you to have this big realization that the key was always there, always within you. It is like the key was the path itself, was the journey itself, because every step you made was a new information. And what I also wanted to address with this reading are the very heavy symptoms that come with the light body process, with the transformation and also with the transmutation of what I was experiencing. There are major temperature shifts, cramps in a muscle, within the bones, because the frequency of the earth is also changing. So there is a very big rewrite, purging of your sacral chakra, becoming aware of these emotions that were like stones within your body. So you're probably experiencing also some issues with your digestive system, being allergic to substances, to certain type of food, to pollen, to flowers, grass. It's very important to clear your sacral chakra, because all of this pain that it's still stored within your chakras and within your body, within your field, your system, it's blocking that these energies can flow freely. It's blocking the way to your solar plexus, to the seat of power, to strength. So there are very big wounds in the sacral in regards to the feminine energies. And through these new frequencies, this is going to get cleared up. And because the energies can move, finally, you're also getting a lot of downloads to your crown. And also these new feminine energies will give you a lot of downloads for your third eye, visions, knowledge, information. But energetic information. You will see through this manipulation, act of manipulation, distortion, because this big depression of these feminine energies are getting cleared. This depression and oppression of the divine feminine energies, they are getting cleared. And these two energies will reunite. And I just wanted to address quickly this card again, because this self-sabotage, this destructiveness that plays a very big role with this third party, these forces, they are dark destructive energies, so they are naturally destructive. But there is a need to integrate balanced dark energies, and these are not evil energies or bad energies. And if you experience this kind of stagnation or block within your energetic field in form of a another person. Like it's often with the topic awakening, and there comes the concept, especially the concept of twin flames. And you have a certain experience with a destructive masculine energy with the person who is embodying this kind of energy. You should really ask yourself, why have you pulled this person in? You should become responsible and take back your leadership role. Because there is really no sense of learning all kind of concepts or information, imparted information from entities, beings, whoever, whatever, if you are not living them in a way of let's use the Emerald Tables of Thoth. Everyone has probably read them, but there isn't this kind of inner standing. You maybe understand them, what they mean, in a linear way, based on your brain. But there isn't this kind of inner standing where you can use them as a guide for yourself, for your inner world, for your inner self. Because it is so important to know yourself and to take recognition of what is inside of you. To have this realization, what you pulled within your field, and why this was pulled into your field. Because this external stimulus has a reason. Why was this possible? Look within. Feel what is inside of you. No construct can survive if it isn't fed. So who is feeding it? You have an energetic field within you. You are energy. You are a co-creator. All kinds of realities are simultaneously existing within other realities. So maybe you will come to some realizations. Maybe also feel that this destructiveness outside of you is a projection of a defense mechanism inside of you. And for both of these to be solved, they were attracted to each other. So take your time and focus what was serving you and what is really serving you, and what was the purpose. And maybe the purpose was for you to come to your true essence, to choose it willingly, to find the power, the willpower, to get this driving force back into you. That would lead you back to your divinity, not to your divine feminine and to your divine masculine, to your divinity, to rise above all what is lower, and set yourself free and extend. There is also a massive decalcification happening to open up the third eye collectively as a part of the receiving feminine energy aspect, becoming more receptive and inviting to see and feel clearly. This will then naturally welcome in the natural masculine driving force and give the stream of consciousness a new direction and purpose. Reacting based on threat data will also dissolve and change the perception. So headache, disorientation, dizziness, migraines, and all kind of more fluid production can also develop due to this process, because it's a part of the transformation and the process. This is how